Welcome back. 9 away from 7 o'clock. Anti-Rhino poaching activist Wayne Bolton's cycling adventure almost complete. Listen to this. He began his forever Rhino Ride expedition back in August, 2,400 kilometers from Namibia to Nelson Mandela Bay. An adventure, of course, but an adventure for a very good cause. Let's speak to Wayne now, joining us via Zoom this evening. Hello to you, Wayne. I'm not too sure where you are. I would imagine you're somewhere near Priska in the Northern Cape, but you're not done yet, but you're aiming for the 22nd of September, World Rhino Day. How's the ride going? How are you feeling?
Absolutely. It's going very well. Thanks, Gareth. You can imagine the journey has had its ups and downs, literally. Some of the downs being that very corrugated road. A lot of people in the 4x4 fraternity will know it, around Sesriem and Solitaire. I've had about 700 kilometers of dirt road, but it's gone very, very well. We entered South Africa again at the beginning of the week and reached the halfway mark, which was really good reason to celebrate. And busy heading south at the moment. We're in Priska, as you say, and heading for the Karoo, which is our next park that we'll be joining.
It's going to be nice and cool for you in the Karoo as well when you get there. I hope you got the SPF 100 for when you get there as well. Wayne, it's an incredible achievement, of course, and those who work in the anti-poaching world with APUs and organizations like Care for Wild, obviously all following you very closely. Just help us understand, for someone who hasn't been following your adventure, what are you trying to achieve by doing this?
Gareth, in a lot of ways, together with my family, we are aiming to show that ordinary people need to be involved in this fight. Certainly, rhino poaching is not an issue that's going to be resolved by the government or politicians. The ordinary people have to step up and do something. It's not enough just to care about the rhino poaching situation. We have to move from caring to doing. So in a lot of ways, this is the third in a series of expeditions that I've done. The first one, joining all the Sam Parks reserves, it was a cycle of 6,000 kilometers over 2.5 months. And in 2017, I rode from Kabeja to Mozambique, joining the private reserves and acknowledging the very important role that the private rhino-bearing reserves play in rhino conservation. This time round, we are joining countries. So Namibia, which has the biggest population of black rhino, with South Africa that has the biggest population of white rhino. So together we are the custodians in a lot of ways, or the bastion of rhino for the world. And we need to collaborate, take a holistic approach. And so I'm pleased to say that in Namibia, certainly the director in the Ministry for Environmental Affairs backed the expedition. They've given us a pledge through one of the non-profit organizations, Save Rhino Trust, and we're bringing that pledge of unity and conservation together with a children's pledge, a puzzle in the shape of a rhino with little puzzle pieces that they sign from Namibia all the way to Kabeja on World Rhino Day, where the South African contingent, Sam Parks, Private Reserves, and East Cape Parks, or ECPTA, will give us the second half of the pledge, and we'll unite it, and bearing the black and white rhino logo to show unity in the struggle for this iconic species.
So literally piecing the puzzles together, hopefully getting a much better picture once all the pieces are in place. Wayne, just before I say goodbye to you as well, just tell us where people can follow you. Can they contribute in some way? As you say, it's one thing to care, it's another thing to do. Not everyone's going to cycle thousands of kilometers, but if someone at home watching right now, they want to support Wayne Bolton, what do they do? Very briefly, where do we go? How do we do it?
Gareth, so I'll give two references. One is my website, which is waynebolton.co.za, and on there you'll find our social media links. We're very active on Facebook, for example, Wayne Bolton Author. You'll find me there. And then also the non-profit organization that we're supporting, which is One Land Love It. So if you look for One Land, ONELAND.co.za, and we'd welcome any contributions. They're very involved in rhino work and community work, anything that goes with rhino conservation.
Well, congratulations to you, your family and your team. I know what it goes into working in these sort of industries and these sort of units. It's selfless and it's long days and long nights. Wayne, thank you very much. Congratulations on what you're doing as well. If Wayne Bolton can cycle thousands of kilometers, you can head over to his website and show whatever support you can for his cause, but more importantly, of course, for an animal that, if we don't change what we're doing now, is simply not going to exist.